in the basket. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the vlog. So today I've got a special video for you. I'm out here at Harmony Bends Disc Golf Course in Columbia, Missouri. I'm going to be taking on the blue tees. I've played here a few times. Really like the course, extremely challenging. So I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of first vlog here of the blue tees, let you see how it goes. So going off hole 1, we're starting out with a par 5. It's 833 feet from the blue tees. So I'm going to throw 2 off 1, but from then on out we'll just be doing 1 shot. So I'm going to throw my trespass here off the tee, try to get into a pretty decent spot here in this fairway. Okay, that one should be pretty perfect. There is a stream up there that I might have gone into, so here for my second one, I'm just going to throw a little bit shorter and make sure I'm in bounds. I'm going to go ahead and throw my beat up Lucid Convict. Okay, so that's just a layup out there, but the first one should for sure, or the second one should be definitely safe. Okay, so my first shot here with my trespass ended up in really good shape. I'm just on the edge of the creek, but not out of bounds. So I'm set up now for a good little turnover here down the left side of this fairway. Off to the right side, there is the creek, so you want to stay away from that because that's OB. You also don't want to get too far left, so I'm just going to try to throw a controlled, let's see. I think I'm just going to try to throw a controlled sidearm flip up with this trespass again and just try to get myself into position. Okay, as long as I'm out from behind those trees, I'll be good. Okay, so if I was gonna pick somewhere on the fairway to be, this is probably where I would pick to be in too, because right now I'm set up for a nice backhand hyzer here with my Fusion Raider. This is my beat up one. Go over the creek here and try to get up on the landing there. And this is the creek is down low, and then the basket is elevated up on the higher landing spot, as you can see. So I'm just gonna try to commit to this shot, get it up there, and see if we can get a look at birdie. That's it. Okay, I am way left. That's going to be a circle 2 look for birdie, but that's the miss that you want, because you don't want to hit on the landing up top and then roll down into the OB creek. So, see if we can get a bird. That was a good circle 2 looking birdie. Have a tap in par. All right, so starting out at par on Harmony Bends, blue tees. Moving on to hole 2. So here we are on hole 2. Hole 2 is a 576-foot par 4, and it's in the gold placement right now. So this hole is going to be very hard. I've never played it in the gold basket placement. It sits up higher on the hill. Rollaways are very prominent, so should be interesting. Before I play hole 2, I just want to mention here, Harmony Bends right now is in pristine condition. I've played it now 3 or 4 times at all different times of the year as I've been traveling through here, and this is the best it's ever looked by far. So I know some of y'all may have watched Simon's video of when he played here before the DDO, and he was in no way dogging the course. He was just pointing out that when it rains a lot, it can get pretty muddy and things out here. But I'm here in July, and this thing looks amazing. They could probably play the tournament here today. So if you've never played Harmony Bends, get out here, come play it, bring your favorite discs, bring backups, you're gonna need them. It's gonna challenge every shot in your bag. So I'm gonna be throwing a sidearm flip up here with my Tournament Burst Destiny. I'm gonna take this right side gap. I wanna finish more straight, maybe slightly left, cutting around the corner. The main thing is I just don't want to be far right into the trees because that'll cut my angle off of my approach. So hopefully we can get this up there in a good position on the fairway. Okay, I got some pretty good distance on that, but I did start to fade off to the right side, so hopefully I have a good look from there. Okay, so the basket's just straight in front of me still, about 350 feet, but as you can see, it's sitting up on the hill. Being in the goal placement, I'm just trying to play this for a 4. So we're gonna play throw my Lucid Convict, just try to keep it in the fairway, get up there for an approach for my par. Okay, that's fine. I hit an early tree, but it still should be an easy up and down. Okay, so I'm happy where I'm at in 2, but I still have a pretty tough approach here for my 4, because I got to get up on top of this landing zone without rolling down to the right. So I'm going to throw my classic blend Warden and just try to set it up there by the basket without rolling away. Probably about 120 feet uphill. Okay, I went over top the basket, so I'll have a putt looking down, but I just wanted to make sure I stuck it up there. Okay, got a very downhill putt. Alright guys, as you can see, me even trying to get up to that putt was pretty difficult, but feel pretty good about that 4. Moving on to hole 3. Okay, hole 3 here is 232 feet, but it's blind up over the hill. So you got to throw something relatively flippy to get it turn right, but then still finish back to the left. So I'm going to throw a new fuse, hopefully put it up there for at least a look at a birdie. I have lost distance on this hole before, so fingers crossed. Okay, well I definitely should be able to find my disc, and I should be in pretty good placement, so let's go check it out. Okay, so I got a death putt from outside the circle here. This hole 3 is also in the goal placement. This is my first time playing it there, so see if we can cash this 40-footer. Let's go, that's a birdie and that's a death putt right behind it. Let's go. Walking up to the basket to get this like 40-45 foot putt on hole 3 out. Awesome birdie. Moving on to hole 4. Okay, so here we are on hole 4. This one's probably one of the signature holes on the course in my opinion. From the blue tee here, it's only 288 feet, but it's pretty much straight downhill. But I gotta hit this gap and stay in the middle, and it really kind of needs to turn right most of the way down the hill, stay away from the trees. So I'm going to be going, I think, with my beat up Warden here for this shot. And I was just told by some course locals that all the pin placements that can be gold are in gold are. So I'm actually going to just play the gold layout for the heck of it and see how I do. So I've thrown the gold tees all except for hole 2, so we'll just kind of scratch that. It's almost the same. But from here on out, we'll be playing the gold tee to the gold pin. So see how I stack up. Gotta commit to this shot. The tree. I kicked left. That's not what you want. Okay, so I kicked a tree left, and I'm actually almost on hole 2's fairway, so I got a little gap here. I'm going to try to hit it with my Justice and just put it underneath the basket for a 3. And hit the tree. Okay, I got an edge of circle look here for my 3. There we go. That's what we want. Okay, so here we are on hole 5. This one's 572 feet, but probably playing more like 650. Because as you can see, and I don't even think you'll be able to tell as well in the video, but I'm playing almost straight uphill. So what I'm aiming for, I got a kind of a headwind coming down this tunnel. I'm just trying to get in front of those first row of rocks, trying to get up on that middle landing zone. I'm only playing this one for a par. Very, very tough hole. So actually, because of this wind, I was going to throw my Destiny, but I'm going to switch to my Loosenex Trespass. Just try to get it up there for a good second shot look. This is what Harmony Bins is made out of. Alright, that is exactly what I'd want. If I had more power and no wind, I'd probably try to go for the second tier up there, but this should put me in position for par. Alright guys, what I would say about playing out here at Harmony Bins is one of the reasons why this is probably my favorite course is because the entire course is challenging. All 18 holes, I mean, some might consider brutal, especially playing from these gold pads, but I mean, just look at me. Look around here. This is amazing. Like, look at this rock wall that I have up there behind me. You don't find this at many other places, and especially not in the middle of Missouri. But the course design here is amazing. It has every shot shape that you have to have. You'll have to be able to throw uphill, downhill, sidearm, backhand, turn over. You have to be able to putt. And I just love that about this course. So if you can get out here and check this course out, I highly recommend it. It has gold tees, it has blue tees, it has white tees, and it has red tees. So there's really no excuse not to come play it. So walking up here to my drive, I landed pretty much exactly where I wanted to. So let's check it out and see if I can get a par here on hole, I believe I'm on hole 5. Okay, so I put myself in a pretty good spot off the tee. I got a little bit closer in these rocks than I wanted to be, but I'm essentially throwing this straight uphill. I'm just going with my Biofusion Convict. Just gonna try to muscle it and get it up to the top of this hill. That way I have probably about 100 to 150 foot look to approach for my par. Extremely tough par 4. If you're not on top of this second landing zone, really at the top of the hill, you almost have no look at a birdie. Through. Alright, so I missed my line. Very funky run up, but I snuck through the right side. I actually should be in like incredible positioning to have a look at my par. Okay, so I got onto the down slope here. Hole 5, the basket's about 120, 130 feet in front of me. We're gonna take this left side gap, so I'm gonna throw my Justice just because I want to make sure I get right all the way over to the basket. Up. Okay, here's my tap in for par. Just pat this in with the Justice. There we go, on to hole 6. Okay, so hole 6 here, this is gonna be tough. Here, the gold placement is 331 feet. I've never played any of these gold pins, and I must admit they are significantly harder. This one's straight up this fairway. You have to hit this little tiny gap right off the bat. Shouldn't be a problem, but of course it's in your head because it's there. And it finishes way up to the left. I don't really think I'm going to be able to get up for a birdie look, so I'm just going with my loose edge trespass, trying to hit this initial gap, and then be up there in the middle to hopefully have a relatively short approach for my three. Okay, so I cut the inside, but I think I got the distance that I needed. Probably have a little maybe sidearm approach through some of the trees in there for my par. Okay, so as is common out here in Harmony Bends, I'm forced into a spot to really have a look at a par even. Probably gonna be an edge of circle maybe. So I think my best route is to go this left side because I take out these early trees. I'm actually gonna throw a cut forehand roller here with my Justice. Hopefully get this to filter down there towards the basket and maybe be inside circle. So, see how this goes. This could go really bad as well. Hit something. Hit something. Oh yes, that worked literally perfect. I got cut up and hit a tree. So only have about a 15-foot look for my par. Let's go. I'm gonna walk us on that line that I just took. Out here at Harmony Bends, like I said, you got to be able to scramble. If you don't have forehand rollers and stuff in your game, you're probably going to struggle. I could have thrown a sidearm or backhand, but I knew this forehand roller with this ground play would get me down there, and I was just going to be hoping to hit one of these trees and stop. So I think I hit that tree right there. As you can see, there's my disc. There's the basket. So let's tap this in. There we go. Gotta love it when you can tap in with your approach disc. So that's a par on hole 6. Still sitting at 1 down. On to hole 7. Okay, so hole 7 is one of the probably hardest holes to par, I think, on the course. 510 feet here in the goal placement. Let me reiterate that, 510 feet. And this is like a 25-foot wide gap to get out for like 250. Brutal hole. But it's down at the very end of the fairway before the tree line. Can't quite see it, I'm sure, in the film here, but I'm just trying to get out the gap, so I'm going with my Biofusion Convict. This is one that I would be okay with a par every single day on this. Feels a lot like a par 4, but all right, here we go. Oh, I got clean out the tee. Let's go, sit down. Okay, I am definitely on the left side of the fairway, but I'm out the gap, and that's all that matters, so let's go check that out. Okay, so I got pinned down here, this corner pretty hard against one of these trees. I'm gonna go with a sidearm felon, try to get it up there for a look at a par. Here's the thing, I felt like I had a great tee shot, but I still got an extremely hard approach. Pretty sure I'm gonna get a par from there. Let's go. There we go. Alright, that was right at about a 20-footer, so should always be a tap in, but man, the tester out here at Harmony Bends, we're looking for a par. But I'm still at 1 down through the first 7 holes, so best I've ever done thus far. Lucid Vandal. Try to hyzer flip it up the middle here. You know what, actually? I think I'm gonna go with my Lucid Felon. Try to take the hyzer gap up this right side. I think it's got less danger. In the basket. Oh man, Almost rang that up for an ace. There we go. Alright, that's another birdie. Guys, I just cannot say enough about this course. This hole on number 8 moved into the deep placement, makes it significantly harder. I almost aced it off the tee. This course doesn't give an inch, but I love it. Okay guys, hole 9 is the second par 5. It's 684 feet. So the first goal is to get up to the top of this hill. For me, it's probably going to take me 2 shots to do this. So I think my safest route is to go hyzer here on the right side, and I need to try to get back to the left side of the fairway, but still be in the fairway. So I'm going to go with the comfortable disc in my hand, a Lucid X Trespass, and I'm just going to try to hyzer it up this right side and get up there. Okay, as long as I'm not behind the tree, that should be about perfect. So let's go check that out. Okay, so I wanted to be left, but not this far left. It's gonna force me to kind of take the backdoor route that you really end up just having to fight through trees on. I could go hyzer out here in the middle, but then I'm gonna be pretty cut off. So I think I like this look better. So I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna go with the Lucid Felon. Just try to get it out here a little ways as far as I can, and then fight through the trees. Okay, that should be a pretty good position. Okay, I already picked up my lie. I got up here in a good position with this Felon. This is where really the difficulty in this hole is the approach shot. You have to get off the tee and throw a solid second shot. You just want to get in the best positioning you can to have an approach here for the third. As you can see, the basket is all the way down at the end of this fairway through these trees, probably about 250 feet from me, but it all funnels right. Really the only approach shot is a flick in there. So obviously I really have to control it. I'm going to have to straddle out, throw a sidearm here at this Lucid Felon, and hopefully I slow down enough by the basket and check up. So, here we go. Oh, hit something. Hit something. Something more. Alright, so I didn't push that flat enough. Hyzered out early. So I'm going to be looking at a uphill, probably circle 2 putt for a birdie. Alright. Really wanted to hit that for my birdie. That's okay. Tap in, par, hole 9. Not upset with that at all. All right, now put me at 2 down through the front 9. Let's move on to the back 9. It gets pretty difficult back there.